Imagine, two men walk up to a museum door in the dead of night. They're calm, polite, professional. They look like they belong there. And in a few minutes, they'll pull off a theft so legendary that decades later the empty frames still hang on the walls, like a museum's way of saying, we're still waiting. Because tonight we're counting down the top 10 heists of all time, from old-school cash grabs to modern cyber theft. These are the top 10 heists of all time, up to the present. Let's begin. Number 10, the Great Canadian Maple Syrup Heist, 2011 to 2012. It sounds like a joke, until you realize it wasn't. In Quebec, thieves hit something most countries don't even have, a strategic reserve of maple syrup, an actual stockpile, an economic stabilizer, a national commodity. And suddenly thousands of barrels worth $18.7 million were gone. The reason this makes the list isn't just the money, it's what it revealed. In the modern world, you don't always steal gold. Sometimes you steal the thing that keeps a market from panicking. And if syrup feels weird, the next one feels like a movie. Except the mastermind wasn't a genius in a suit. He was something far more surprising. Number 9, Hatton Garden, Safe Deposit Burglary, London, 2015. It's a heist with an almost unbelievable twist. The crew didn't look like criminals. This was London's jewelry district, Hatton Garden, a place built on trust, vaults, and reputation. Then, one weekend, a safe deposit facility was torn open, and the losses were estimated into the millions. But what made this case famous around the world wasn't just the haul, it was the story of who did it, and how something so secure could be embarrassed so publicly. Okay, vaults and safes are one thing. But number 8 is different, because this one didn't target jewels. It targeted raw cash, and it became one of America's most infamous inside jobs. Number 8, Dunbar Armored Robbery, Los Angeles, 1997. An armored cash facility, and a theft so huge it became a symbol of what happens when the danger isn't outside the building, it's already in it. This wasn't a smash and grab, it was controlled, quiet, and by the time the dust settled, nearly $19 million was gone. At the time, one of the biggest cash robberies in U.S. history. Now we go back to an era of legends. Number 7 is a name that still echoes through crime history. Not because it was the biggest, but because it became a myth. Number 7, the Lufthansa heist, New York, 1978. It's the heist people talk about like folklore, JFK Airport. Late 1970s. $5 million in cash and $875K in jewels was stolen from a cargo building. Organized crime in the background like a shadow you can't photograph. It was one of those robberies that didn't just steal money, it stole the public imagination. Because the afterstory is what made it legendary. The paranoia, the betrayals, the loose ends that never stayed loose for long. So far, everything has been physical. Vaults, cash, jewels. But number 6 proved you can rob a bank without walking into one. And it sent a warning through the global financial system. 6. Bangladesh Bank, Swift, Cyber Heist, 2016. Number 6 is where the heist story enters the digital age. In 2016, criminals used the financial messaging infrastructure behind international transfers, SWIFT, to push fraudulent payment instructions. The attempted theft approached a staggering total, and tens of millions were successfully moved. Most famously, $81 million linked to a trail through the Philippines. This case shook the world because it exposed a brutal truth. Even the biggest global systems can be defeated by the smallest local weakness. Now imagine that same idea, weakness at the human level, but in a city where politics and history make every major crime louder. Number 5 wasn't just a robbery, it was a national controversy. Number 5, Northern Bank Robbery, Belfast, 2004. A massive cash robbery worth $26.5 million, one of the largest in UK and Irish history. And it didn't land like a normal crime story, because almost immediately the heist became political. Accusations, denials, fallout. The kind of robbery that doesn't just steal from a vault, it steals attention from an entire country. If that one was loud, number 4 was quieter, but more haunting, because the stolen money didn't just vanish, it transformed into something almost impossible to trace. Number 4, Brink's-Mat Robbery, UK 1983. Number 4 is old, literally. In 1983, thieves stole about £26 million in gold bullion and valuables from Brink's-Mat. It wasn't just the robbery that mattered, it was the ripple effect, because gold can be melted, recast, redistributed. It can be turned into something clean enough to sit quietly inside the legitimate world, and nobody wants to ask where it came from. That's why Brink's-Mat became more than a heist. It became a decades-long shadow across the underworld. Now we hit the first of our engineering heists. The kind that feels like a film script, and number 3 was so bold it forced a whole country to rethink security. Number 3, Banco Central Heist, Fortaleza, Brazil, 2005, a central bank branch in Fortaleza. And a theft of roughly $164.8 million. One of the most famous bank robberies on Earth. This heist became legendary because it wasn't just theft, it was a humiliation. The kind that makes every institution ask the same question the next morning. What did we miss? Okay, cash is one thing, gold is another. But number 2 is where we enter the world of diamonds, and a robbery so infamous it's still called the heist of the century. Number 2, Antwerp Diamond Heist, Belgium, 2003, the diamond capital. In 2003, a crew robbed a high-security diamond center vault, with losses widely reported in the neighborhood of $100 million. What makes Antwerp all-time isn't just value. It's symbolism, because if a place built entirely around security and trust can be broken, then every vault on Earth starts to look a little less permanent. And now, number 1, 2 men, police uniforms. A museum, a night that should have been routine. Instead, it became the most haunting art theft in modern history, still unsolved. Number 1, Isabella Stewart, Gardner Museum theft, Boston, 1990. 2 men disguised as police officers convince the night guards to let them in. What happens next becomes the stuff of true crime obsession. 13 artworks disappear into the dark, and decades later, nobody knows where they are. The museum still offers a $10 million reward for information leading directly to the recovery of the stolen works in good condition. And the most chilling detail? The empty frames remain on the walls because the museum refuses to move them, not as decoration, as a message, a placeholder for the day the art comes home. Because the greatest heists don't just steal objects, they steal closure. If there's one thread connecting every heist on this list, it's this. Systems don't fail because people don't build walls. They fail because people stop looking for blind spots. And next time, we're doing the flip side. Top 10 heists that almost worked. The ones that were one mistake away from becoming legend. Part 2, Top 10 heists that almost worked.